Shame is one of the most destructive emotions a human being can experience. Unlike guilt, which arises from recognizing a wrong action, shame attacks the core of one's identity, making a person feel unworthy, broken, and irredeemable. When it comes to habits like masturbation, often referred to as fapping in internet slang, and pornography consumption, shame can become a vicious cycle, leading to deeper psychological and spiritual damage. Many men and women struggle with compulsive sexual behaviors, feeling trapped in a cycle of indulgence, regret, and self-loathing. While the physical act of masturbation may seem harmless, the accompanying shame can erode self-esteem, distort relationships, and create a sense of spiritual emptiness. This essay explores how shame destroys the soul in the context of pornography and masturbation, examining its psychological, emotional, and spiritual consequences while offering pathways to healing. One of shame's most dangerous aspects is how it thrives in secrecy. Most men who struggle with fapping don't talk about it. They do it behind closed doors, in darkness and silence. And this secrecy reinforces the idea that something is wrong with them. They begin to live double lives, outwardly normal but inwardly tormented, smiling on the outside but dying inside, pretending to be confident but quietly battling guilt and self-hate. This isolation is deadly to the soul. Human beings are not meant to hide. We are meant to live in truth and community. But the shame tied to fapping creates a lonely prison where the walls are built with secrecy and the locks are forged from guilt. The more a man hides, the further he falls from his true self. He avoids eye contact. He fears intimacy. He becomes afraid of being seen. Why? Because if others really saw him, he fears they would see the shame he carries, the secret he's too scared to admit. Every time a man faps compulsively, especially when he told himself he wouldn't, he betrays himself. This is soul damage. It is the fracture between who he knows he can be and who he continues to be. This self-betrayal, repeated over and over, becomes the breeding ground of shame. You lose trust in yourself. You doubt your strength. You start to believe lies like, I'll never be free. I'm just weak. I'm not worthy of greatness. These are not just negative thoughts. They are assaults on the soul. They chip away at identity, purpose, and self-respect. The momentary relief that fapping brings is overshadowed by the long-term pain of living beneath your potential. You feel you're not worthy of love. You question your masculinity. And this internal conflict slowly breaks the spirit. Across ancient traditions, semen has been seen as sacred. It's not just biological fluid. It is creative power, life force, and energy. When a man faps compulsively, he is not just losing semen. He is losing spiritual capital. Every drop wasted in lust is energy that could have been used to build, to create, to lead, to heal, to grow. Deep inside, a man feels this loss. He may not have the words to describe it, but he knows that every time he gives in, something in him dies. Something sacred is lost. This loss contributes to shame, not just because of social or moral teachings, but because his soul knows the truth. This power was meant for something higher. This fire was meant to forge legacies, not to burn in the pit of addiction. And when this truth is ignored repeatedly, the soul begins to wither. It gets quieter. Its guidance fades. You stop hearing the call of purpose, and all you're left with is craving and the shame that follows. Sexual energy is the root of a man's charisma. When it's retained and transmuted, it fuels courage, vision, and leadership. But when it's wasted through fapping and then buried under layers of shame, the opposite happens. You become timid. You shrink in public. You feel less masculine. You stop showing up with power and presence. Women don't feel your fire anymore. They sense weakness, and more importantly, you feel it. This erosion of confidence leads to a negative spiral. Feeling shameful makes you isolate. Isolation makes you fap more, and fapping makes the shame worse. Your soul becomes a dim light in a body that once held power. This is not just about being attractive or successful. It's about alignment. When your actions and your soul are aligned, you radiate presence. When they are not, you feel empty, disconnected, and invisible. Many men fap to escape stress, boredom, loneliness, or pain. In those moments, it feels like comfort, but it's not. It's counterfeit intimacy, a false warmth that leaves you colder. Instead of facing your pain, you run from it. Instead of confronting your wounds, you numb them. Instead of healing, you hide. And here's where shame becomes lethal. Deep down, you know you're running. You know you're choosing avoidance over growth. And this creates a fracture in the soul, a war between your higher self and your compulsions. This war is exhausting. It makes you spiritually tired. You stop dreaming. You stop believing in your future. The fire in your eyes dies, and you become a shadow of the man you were meant to be. But there is hope. Shame is not the end. It is a warning signal, a sign that you've wandered from your true self. And the good news is that the path back is always open. The first step is truth. Speak it. Admit the struggle. Bring your darkness into the light. Shame dies when truth is spoken. Whether it's in journaling, therapy, brotherhood, or prayer, break the silence. Your soul needs light to breathe again. The second step is discipline. Build habits that protect your energy. Exercise. Meditate. Stay away from triggers. Replace pleasure-seeking with purpose-seeking. The third step is forgiveness. You must forgive yourself. Not because what you did was okay, but because holding on to shame keeps you in the past. Your soul wants freedom. It wants growth. And that starts with mercy. The final step is transmutation. Use your sexual energy for good. Channel it into creativity, business, relationships, and spirituality. Let your fire build empires, not burn through tissues in secret shame. You were not born to live in shame. You were born to embody the soul, to walk with power, truth, clarity, and presence. Fapping is not just a physical act. It is a spiritual decision. And when done compulsively, it invites shame to eat away at the very core of your identity. But you can break the cycle. You can reclaim your fire. You can rise from the ashes of addiction and rebuild your soul. Shame may have destroyed parts of you, but it cannot touch the part that still hopes, still believes, still reaches for the light. Your soul is not dead. It's waiting for you to stop hiding, waiting for you to say, no more, waiting for you to return to the path of kings. Fapping might offer you moments of pleasure, but shame will take your peace, your power, your purpose. Don't let that happen. Your soul is too sacred to be destroyed by lust. Reclaim it, heal it, and rise. Join the Retain to Thrive Telegram channel at the link below, where we focus on building discipline, overcoming distractions, and achieving goals. Join the supportive community sharing tips, motivation, and accountability. Let's grow together, one step at a time. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. We have the best videos about how a man can develop spiritually, physically, and mentally. Thanks for watching.